Hey guys, Shiny here, and we are going to be back, or we are back with Stanley Parable. I am very tired. That's why I moved my early stream to later in the week. Anyway, we are going to try and get the endings that I've missed. Well, most of the endings that I missed. I'm still missing one that takes 4 hours to get. I'm not sure if I'll get that one on stream. The weekend was very hectic. A lot happened. Hello. We're just going to... Why is my hand floating? Wait for the clock to change so I can set it correctly. I know it said I could set it for any time, but I figured I'd set it correctly again. See what dialogue we get. 12:01 p.m., your favorite time of day. I guess. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? That's it. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 12:01 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate it is... It is accurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me just whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready the next time you boot up the game. Okay, so that's where one ending is I have to restart the game again. But we're going to do the other ones before we do that one, because that one seems like a very final ending. So we'll work on the other ones first.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Get through the opening cutscene again.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
One of the endings
Something
we
he would
missed
never
was
quite
actually
forget.
one of the main ones, so I'm
He had
gonna
been at
do
his
that
desk
one
for nearly
first.
an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this
why
happened,
is my
this complete
tracking being
isolation.
really
Something
weird
was
today?
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, normal
All of his
opening.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We forgot to try and take over the mind control facility, so we're gonna do that now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
There's
Coming to
also
a
an
staircase,
Easter egg up here that I
Stanley walked upstairs
missed.
to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
All the
Shocked,
8s.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
There, we got the
guarded
trophy.
the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
I'm pretty sure if I
But
do
of
this
course,
enough,
Stanley couldn't possibly
the
have known
narrator
this.
will just open the door. Also, hello.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 4 8s.
2845.
I'm getting all the dialogue here. Doing pretty good. A little tired. That's why we aren't starting with like
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all
There it
by
goes.
itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well,
I got
what did
distracted
you?
by things. Originally, I was going to try and set up the baby game ending for this morning because it takes 4 hours to set up, and I lost track of time because I was tired and doing other things. And yeah, we aren't doing the baby ending today. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing it on stream or not. If you guys want, I can make Saturday's stream nothing but a screaming baby, but I'm not sure how fun that will be for any of us. I mean, I probably will do that ending at some point in my own time, but I'm not sure if anyone would be interested in that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Hello. Welcome to the stream. You're about to watch one of the endings I missed last time.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
Oh, and other
control?
news, I think I've
Never.
decided on
It
my
was
new name.
unthinkable.
I
Wasn't
think
it?
I've finally
Was it
settled
even
on what my
possible?
new name will be.
Had he truly
Maybe.
spent his entire life utterly
So progress is
blind to the
being made
world?
for the re-debut.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy
No.
or sad
I'm
or content.
getting the real name.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began
There
to
is
sink in,
nothing Sugar Glider
Stanley
related
decided that this machinery
or
would never again
shiny
exert its
Pokemon
terrible
related
power
in my new
over
name.
another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley.
Yes.
You didn't just activate
Yes,
the
I
controls,
activated
did
the
you? After
controls.
they kept you enslaved all these years,
I'm
you go
going
and
to
you try
take
take
over the
control of
system.
machine for yourself.
I
Is
will
that what
mind
you
control
wanted?
everyone.
Control?
Yes.
Stanley.
Okay, what button do I need to push?
Your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You
I know.
were supposed to let it go.
Nah.
Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to
What
have to do
buttons
much
do I
better
need?
than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent.
Okay.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Yep.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
Yep.
nuclear detonators are said to explode,
Okay.
eliminating the entire complex.
Okay.
How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Okay, what am I doing?
This is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star.
I forget
It's
what buttons
your
I'm supposed to be
story now.
hitting.
Shape it to your heart's
Blue
desires.
button.
This
It's
is
over
much better than what I had in
here.
mind. What a
No,
shame we
3.
have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
Okay, maybe that 3 isn't the right 3?
I know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're
4.
obliterated? All right.
I should have looked around the room before I turned this on.
I'll tell you
Granted, I
exactly what
don't
happened to them.
think...
I erased them. I turned off the
I don't
machine
think
by
there's
setting
actually a
free.
way to beat
Of course,
this.
that was merely in this instance of the story.
Because this is
Sometimes when I
3.
tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Yeah,
Watching
I'm
you
not
try to
seeing
make
the
sense of
3
everything
anywhere
and
that's
take back the control
blue.
wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Locked us out.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this
Yeah,
so
we're
much.
gonna go boom.
You know what? To hell
But this
with
is
it.
one of the
I'm going to
endings.
put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
I don't think any of these
Time
buttons
doesn't grow
work.
on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you
Oh,
have
the
no
controller's
idea where
shaking.
you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
Oh, wait.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking
that's a
on
10.
every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul?
Oh, things
Do
are
you
blowing
have
up.
any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
Oh, is there
It's just
buttons over
seconds
here?
ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Let's
to see
see.
you made humble.
Nope, those don't do anything.
It's not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Okay.
So you can't.
30 seconds.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Goodbye,
That's 30
employee
seconds you have
427.
left to struggle.
Oh.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Yep,
No
big
ending.
boom.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it
Oh, I
go
guess there's
peacefully?
nothing on the screens anymore.
Choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Woo! Nope, neither of those names are it. And no, I'm not in control of anything. Stanley just wanted to control the mind control. Let's see, if you want, after the stream, I could post some, I could try and post like a puzzle to like hint at what my name could be. And you guys could try and figure it out before the debut.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I need the bucket. I realized there wasn't, there was a route.
The embrace of an old friend.
I forgot to do with the bucket.
Companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to admit
Okay.
it, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
No,
The
I do
bucket
not
turned
have the
out to be
power to
correct.
control
Was this
anything.
round? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
I forgot
Stanley
to
did not
unplug
question
the
why or
phone up
how
here
this
with the
was
bucket to
speaking.
see what happened.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Also, there might
He
be
was firmly convinced that
two
the bucket
endings
had
over there,
spoken to
one
him,
with the bucket and
he
one without.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
No,
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
because I wanted
Were you
to.
trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's
Whatever
funny,
works.
Stanley. A talking bucket.
Have fun either way.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Oh?
It's sitting right
Oh, we're
here.
going to
Let's
watch a
take
movie.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
Sure, why not?
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
Okay.
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the
So
entire
this is
joke
why I am
in
not
no more
as
than
funny as I
18
want to be.
seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Oh, my arm wasn't raised. I
This
messed
saying
up.
is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting
Oh,
hard
surveys?
data
I don't
from your
have any
audience on how
surveys.
rapt
This
they
is my
were throughout the
problem,
joke
clearly.
is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times.
Ah,
Just to
okay.
ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at
Yes,
random.
this makes
And that's
sense.
all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences.
No, this is
doubled
clearly
over
the key to
laughter,
comedy.
and
We should all be
tripled over
taking
laughter
notes.
In no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war
What?
to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause,
Okay.
just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Okay.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still
Does this
relevant
mean the
today as they
narrator's
were back
going to
then.
say I'm
So
Dunny with
that
the
in
funny?
mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the 2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
Does he actually
Come on,
do this?
Let's head back.
Oh, I need answers.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be
Okay.
in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video.
Yes.
Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
This is true.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
This is gonna be great if he actually does all of that nonsense. I mean, follow the rules of comedy. It's not nonsense. It's the key to comedy. What am I saying?
Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I want to see where this goes.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
Oh.
Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your
I can go
fault,
back.
Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint.
I watched the
Are you
video.
proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Okay, now we have to actually go back to the door.
You ready?
Oh, he
When
reset.
Stanley and the bucket
Okay.
came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay, we'll listen to you. Void?
What? We're back at the phone already?
Apparently.
No, what's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land.
But you have not
Not the way
introduced
it was meant
yourselves.
to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake.
You need to
I've
explain
made
the
a fool
joke
of
and then
myself.
say the joke
I don't deserve
and
the
spell your
title of
name
king of
out.
comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh, we get to watch it again? Okay.
Surely that will help me improve my...
Yes. Oh?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley.
But you didn't say you were Dunny
I
with
heard
the
that you
funny.
are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not... Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these.
No, you're great.
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone.
His old joke's pale in comparison
Stanley
to that.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Let's
missed
do
a
another...
memo.
Well, no. I'm going to do an ending without the bucket, and then I'll get the bucket to see what changes.
When Stanley
Because
came to
I
the set
noticed
of
I
2 open
missed
doors, this was
something
not
when I was
directly into
editing the
meeting room,
VOD.
and Stanley knew it perfectly
So
well.
I'm going to do that
Perhaps he
now.
needed to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We never went into the vent. Oh.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
Maybe?
What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head.
Well, I made the vent joke last stream.
Revelatory.
Did you want me to say it
Every time
again?
you watch a movie where it turns
That we were
out
being
all to
sus?
be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the
I
couch
am
in
Dunny
pure
with the
shock
funny.
at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh, you missed it during the Danganronpa stream.
All of this
Yakuya
code is
actually
gone.
said there's
What could
an
it
imposter among us.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
That's just a
Perhaps he had simply
scripted line in the
misremembered.
game.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both.
Now,
of
let's
those
see what
things.
happens when the
Stanley
bucket
clutched
is
the bucket
sus.
tightly to his This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
It happened
to go
like
back to
a
the
screen
meeting
after
room.
you said, hey, I'm just going to be lurking here.
No.
I'm
Said the
watching a
bucket.
movie with a
Don't go to
friend,
the
and then
meeting room.
Byakuya
Go
said
somewhere
that.
else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Now we're going to go over here. Okay. Does the bucket change anything here? Oh.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
Okay.
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
It's because it's the bucket.
Everything feels so. What do I do with this treasure? I can
Who knows? It's just
monetize it.
evidence.
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This
Is this
my
voice going to
golden
turn into
ticket.
Gollum?
But I have to be careful. Because
He's
as
just gonna
soon as this
start
gets
calling
out,
it precious?
There's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get. What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
What? What? Okay. Oh, we got the blue room. Okay, one of these doors can
All of his
actually
co-workers
open.
had gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
There we go.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Dog mode. Now whenever we click, it will bark. Let's see, let me... I wrote down every ending that I'm missing on my phone. Why is my right hand up? Let's see. Okay. I guess all I have to do now, outside of the... Why is my right hand doing that? Outside of, the 4-hour ending is resetting again. Though I kind of want to do stuff with the barking, just because it's funny. No, it's just the lighting. If we grab it, if I can grab it.
Lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Stanley
It's the
pushed
same.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the doorway's nest.
Let's see, what random ending should we get while barking all the way? Yeah, that happened to me last time. I thought the bucket was all rusty or something. It was like red. It was just because of the lighting.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was no...
The stream has gone to the dogs.
Was wrong.
I am
Stanley
Dunny
put
with
on his
the
head
funny.
To go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
I want to try something.
Good.
I forget if I tried both routes down the catwalk with the bucket.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Oh, I guess it is just the one door, isn't it? I'm guessing this... Did it close? No? Oh, but it did. I guess we're doing the game show again.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay?
I know,
to
the
bring
barking
bucket
is the
here
bucket.
unless-
The bucket is secretly a dog.
Don't know what is a bucket and what
His
isn't.
texture was just changed, so he looks like a bucket. That's why everyone's so happy when they hold the bucket.
That's true. Well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact
We're barking
of the
till the
story
ending.
is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment. Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell
I wonder
me
what
whether or
happens if
not
I
the
say
thing I'm
everything
showing
is
you
not a bucket. That's something I haven't done.
This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Nothing's a bucket.
Okay, let's begin.
Buckets do not exist. I bet this erases the bucket.
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Nothing is a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Nope.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
My finger's getting tired from barking.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
Well, it
Thank
might
you
be
for
a
not
bucket
making me
tractor.
look
Those
like
are a
an expert.
thing.
Next one.
That is a thing. A bucket tractor.
Is this a bucket?
Meh.
Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes, thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
I guess
Mere
it just
moments ago,
goes
I
to the
could answer
same
these questions
ending.
with confidence. Yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself is all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so it just ends up in the same
Is
place.
everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait,
I can still bark.
everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if
Okay.
you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Sure.
Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Woo! Oh, I can't bark anymore. Okay, give me a second. I gotta reset the game. For the next ending. Okay. Please adjust the slider till the computer is barely visible. Okay. Till the cat and dog are friends. Okay, until it's number 9. Or wait, isn't that the number 9? Isn't that technically 9? I'll go with this one. As my hand glitches again. I might have to turn off my hand tracker. It's being weird. Adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Okay. Yeah, my hand's being really weird. Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Accuboinkle or scrumtush? What? I'll go over here. The one on the right sounds weird. Okay, I will not adjust the slider as my hand breaks again. Yes. Is the time it is right now the correct time? Yes, it's 12:40. What time? What is time anyway? Yes. Is there anything about yourself you haven't told me? Probably. Help? Yes. Will you come back to visit me? Yes. Okay. Change anything?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Something should have changed there, I thought.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
Oh, it said visit him again. I might need to reset again.
This is what employee
I'll see if anything's changed, like, in the office.
Of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
see if anything's changed.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single
If it doesn't
person
look like
there
anything's
either.
changed,
Feeling
I'll
a wave of
reset
disbelief,
again.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because the thing I was looking at online said I just need to reset 4
Stepping into the manager's
times.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Oops.
unraveled, Stanley
Wrong
wondered
button.
in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the key... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's changed. So I must need to reset again.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. Let me just... It says something on the menu's supposed to change. But I guess not, so I'll reset again 1 second. Okay. See if anything happens. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game's settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Okay. Ah, there it is! Epilogue. Many, many years later. We're back here. Okay. We just have an office chair. Just relax by the campfire. Yes, apparently. Is there anything else we can do, or...? Okay. Oh, more chairs. Someone really needs to clean up this office. The dust is ridiculous. Well, we'll just keep going forward. See if that takes us anywhere. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm dunny with the funny. I'm sure it will. Whoa. Okay. We found something. Oh, is this the memory zone? That looks like the memory zone. Got a generator. Okay. Cookie Nine's blog review of Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. When the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we got the uninspired side quests collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... I guess we don't get to read the rest of Cookie Nine's blog. What's over here? Do they still say gym? The gym buttons.
Gym.
There they go.
Jim.
Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions. As outlined in a press release they published today, it's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. My hand is really breaking today. Reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Let's see what... Guess we don't have like an actual date for when that was published. Just follow the light of the name Jim.
Jim. Stanley.
Huh?
Stanley.
Okay. What is that? Oh, it's an Easter egg. I think that's the creators. Ooh. Oh, this is the room where we got the first Stanley figure. Come on, give. I want all of the figures. Oh, it's the infinite hole. Whee! Or no, we're just going to walk down the infinite hole. Okay. Okay. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not that hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number on the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. Let's see. Lord of the Coworkers. We still need to know what happened to the coworkers. This is the most logical solution for where, like, the series could go from here. The Stanley Parable 3, Lord of the Coworkers. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have the say as well. Let's do it! Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken trophy, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The trophy machine is all fixed. Ooh, it is? See, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready, are you? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current. Okay. And now we wait. We're going to do it correctly. Any second now. There. Okay, computer barely visible. About there. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable 3, Lord of the Coworkers. I wonder if I'm supposed to hit epilogue or begin the game again. This does sound right. Okay, I'm gonna click... I mean, he said that the broken trophy machine's going to work, so there has to be some way to get to it again, get to that area again. I'm gonna click epilogue, see what happens. If it's the same loop, I'll go back to the menu and okay, this looks like the same loop. I'll hit begin the game again and see if we can
This is the story of a man.
I don't think we need to listen to that again. Okay, so we
All his
need
co-workers were gone.
the new
What could it
content
mean?
door.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content! Yes. Because there is actually an ending over here that I didn't get in the new content room, I found out.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Okay.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
But we're on to the Stanley Parable 3.
Yes,
Okay.
you see, isn't this far
Guess there's nothing on
superior
those.
to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new tales
Okay.
we'll cover.
We
with a
need to
fully
go to
fledged
the
sequel.
infinite
An
hole.
entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in
There's
so
actually
many
something
different
in the hole.
directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game
should
will
I
sort of
get-
naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh, here. Because I was scared of it doxing me, I muted this
Stanley
area.
Parable
Here, you
2,
can see
I
the
asked myself,
start of the joke at
what do
least.
players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Yes, embrace
Just
your
then,
inner Jim.
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine your...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
But it's funny.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
No, I'm just gonna keep hitting the Jim button.
Allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy
Yes.
now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm
Jim.
taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
No, don't take it away.
Jim. Jim. Jim.
Just sort of phases into the ground, doesn't it? There are other buttons. Can I push them? No.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
They will appreciate what I've created here.
Let's see, we need to go to the infinite hole. Actually, I bet the trophy isn't like a full ending. I bet it's just an Easter egg, so we can do this and then go to the hole, maybe? Maybe? Just in case, maybe I'll do the hole first. So I don't want to miss this ending again.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Whee!
Infinite falling.
You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap fall. You see, isn't it wonderful?
Sure.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Yep, we're gonna be falling for a bit.
And I guess we're back in the hole.
Yes,
now.
yes we
Did
are.
You really need to see it again?
Yes.
I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever.
Let's not aside, we're just falling straight down.
Exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about...
Oh,
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley.
there is a
I'll be
bottom.
honest with you, I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom.
You can see
Yes,
the
I
light.
know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're
This is the new broom
problem.
closet.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
This is the new broom closet ending.
Oh, for heaven's You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird soul. Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
Yeah,
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite
the light
hole.
seems closer
It
too.
was that not infinite? Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
It's just going to fill
Had
in the
enough?
hole.
I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and
Whee!
to talk about. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Yes, it is.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh no.
Shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this
What's
scratching
this?
the itch. Oh,
Oh, the...
who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
Wait, we are stuck.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment
We're
ago.
too close
Try
to
it
the
again.
surface.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
Okay.
I hope you and the
I'll just
hole
sit down.
wonderful
We'll
rest of
read these funny cards about, 2. Sound? Why do I hear boss music? Oh. Okay. I guess we're going down now. Okay. Do we still like the hole? I am not sure now. Give me the broom closet back. Change your perspective? Do I want to change my perspective? Oh. Duh. Hey look, Stanley has a face! This one seems like the most dramatic. Or this one. You can just stare into his nose. Perception? It just changes the music. I like the first one better. Filters!
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
Change myself? Let's get a better angle. Heh. Oh, what have we turned into? Oh, we're upside down. Let's get a different filter so we can actually see what we're doing. Oh.
Stanley? 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 Oh good, you're awake.
No!
It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
Let me go back, I want to see more.
But we can't have that, Stanley. Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
But let me go back to Dream World.
A single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Let me go back down. Down. There we go. Oh. Or it just resets there. Okay, now we're back here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh, I looked up what this QR sends you to. It's hilarious. If you guys ever get the chance to do it. You won't regret it. It's hilarious. It's a video about sequels. Okay, the real reason we were here. Trophy!
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Ta-da! Test trophy,
See,
please
the machine
ignore.
is not working yet since... Wait. What in the holy cow is going on? You got the trophy.
Yes.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched?
Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2.
Sure.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Okay. Oh, I probably need to go back to that epilogue room now.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Let's see.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided.
Oh,
on
this one. I thought this was the
think that
epilogue
in the
room.
new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Yes.
I'm undecided on.
I'm going to
Get
click these
Well
white ones so we
Sunday
actually get
and
some color
Happy
in the
12th
office.
Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Okay, where is the epilogue room?
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Is this it?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out
Does it
later.
trigger anything? Okay. Guess we just have to do this ending again. Guess we have to go to the collectibles room and get another collectible. We got so many now. Oh, and then we have to get the bucket again. Can we take the bucket into the hole? Not the border. Boo! I wanted another one. Let's get the bucket and jump into the hole.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense
Give
of
me my
calm
companion cube.
ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that
Go
would
in
be?
circles.
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes, bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair.
Yes, now
must
let me
already be
out.
sweeping
I have a
through
hole to
your
jump
body.
down.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Sure.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. Infinite
Does
hole.
anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Where is the hole? Infinite hole. See if this changes anything. No! Oh, I'll have to redo it if I want to see what the bucket and the hole do together. Okay. If I begin the game again, will that door still be there?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content, yes. We'll grab the bucket. We'll jump in the hole. And then I think we'll have everything aside from the 4-hour baby game. I guess there's still some achievements that I'm missing, but...
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and
Meh.
about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable.
Oh, I guess we could also try, and do the speedrun ending. It's
Yes,
not really
you
a
see, isn't
different
this
ending,
far
but it gets
superior to a
different
measly
dialogue,
port
I
with a
think.
few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can
Okay.
loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely
need the
game
bucket
will sort of
first.
naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Okay.
It engendered a
Wait
chaotic
through
sense
this
of
again.
reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable.
Run in circles till we can get our
You
bucket.
see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Okay. Give me
It's a
the
much more
bucket.
convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Yes.
Come on, give it a try.
Mine. Mine. If I can lock onto it.
Can you feel it? The glow of
Okay.
comfort, even in the face of crushing
Let's see
despair,
if we
must
can
already
take
be
the bucket
soothing for
into
you.
the hole.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Let me out.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, let's see if this room is open still. Or if it's just not able to be combined with the bucket. Oh, it's open.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of
Will
time,
the
if you
bucket
like. A
change
splendid
anything?
forward for video. You see, isn't it wonderful?
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Then I want to play with the transform button a little more.
To see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite.
Okay.
But come on.
It doesn't look like this changes anything, but I want to play with those sliders again.
In my opinion, maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
I want to see all the different character models for Stanley.
There. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Whee!
Oh, for heaven! You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I haven't.
Gosh,
Whee!
how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
I kind of skipped his dialogue here, so let's hear what he has to say.
My lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing
It's my
to you?
divot.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
It is not.
You sure?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was
And now we
working
wait
just a moment
for the
ago. Try
trippiness.
again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Well, they're
Take care,
funnies
Stanley.
doing I hear
I hope
more.
you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Wait, these two papers are the same. Why would they do that? Why did they also leave all of their cigarettes here? That's a little weird. Let me down. There it goes. I want to see all the character models. Wait, this means we're going to be holding the bucket. Will the bucket change? Or will the bucket just disappear? Oh, the bucket's just by our feet. We set the bucket down and my hand's broken again. Here, that should give us a decent view when the character models change. Okay, I'm not gonna add the filters, because that just distorts the color and makes it harder to see things. So we'll just sit here on this screen until we're able to change the character models. I wonder if the buckets model will change. Oh, does it force us to change reality? Do we have to change it? There. I didn't change the colors too much. We'll stick with that. Come on, let me change myself. There we go. Guess the bucket doesn't change. Clearly, it's the best option of combination here. That or this one.
Stanley? Stanley! Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
Okay, we have seen all of the
so how about
variations of Stanley
and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole. From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Okay. I wonder if we can go back to the trophy room, or if it's blocked off like the collectible room since we have
some of the new features.
The trophy. There's nothing really else to check out.
It's just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe.
I don't think.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2.
Or is it just broken
now,
again?
Here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait, what in the holy hell is going on?
Okay.
Got the trophy? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it.
Okay, well you got the trophy, we got the bucket. We'll go to the ending and see if anything changes. Hello!
Oh God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I
My hand is
intended.
very broken today.
It truly speaks to the
When I swap over to a different game, I'm definitely going to be turning my hands off because they're freaking out today for some reason. Okay. To the
What
exit.
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
So we've already... We should be good to go, I think. Settings... Wait, what is this? What is this? One second. Apparently there is another ending that one website didn't pull up. Okay. Okay. This will take a bit. You have to go through everything with the D-pad. That was on like 72, I think. Very small, very large. I think it was on medium. Let's see, 80. I know this is for an achievement. I didn't realize it would actually open something else in the game. We are going to be here for a while. There's a lot of settings to click through. Slowly but surely. Fingers getting tired. Swap hands. Yes, eventually. I just have to hit everything once. Oh, there's just a reset to default. Okay. That will help. I can just go back after I swap through everything and reset it. That should work. We are slowly muting the game. I will take this back up to the top just so we have some sound.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Then the narrator will have no power over us now.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, if this doesn't do anything, it says I should cycle through the languages again. Okay. Yeah, I'll turn everything on. Okay, what am I missing? Huh. Ah, there it goes. Settings World Champions. Excuse me. I got the thing. Oh, I just have to walk away. Okay, here we go.
Ah, I can see you've gotten the settings.
Oh. The, subtitles went poof. Where is... There.
World Champion Trophy. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting. Something called bumpscosity.
Okay.
What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider and that it'll be accessible from the settings menu.
Okay.
We'll sort out the rest of the details later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. Let's see, you are the champion of setting all the sliders to all the possible numbers. Please enjoy this room. This is your room. It was made just for you. They will never set the setting sliders to every possible setting, but we did. Oh, there's the trophy. Can I swap the bucket for the trophy? That would be fun. My hand breaks again. Okay, let's see what this bumpscosity is. Doesn't look like anything is really changed. 12. Doesn't seem to be changing anything. My hand is really breaking today. Okay, that was weird. My controller stopped. Well, we have 1,000 bumpscosity rating. Oh, the game is struggling. It keeps like locking up. Does it change his voice?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't
No?
it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Well, I'll keep bumpscosity up, I guess. See what happens. Let's see if the ending has actually changed since I got the secret trophy from the,
All right.
not the
have you seen
narrator.
everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
with the menu voice or whatever.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my
Okay.
soul. It's going to work.
We'll see
There's
this
definitely a
ending,
good game
and then
in there
I'll
somewhere.
swap over
So,
to
let's do
Chain of
an
Memories and
experiment. I'll arrange these new
disable
features
my
together,
tracking, 'cause
and
it's
we'll see
apparently
whether or not
broken
it
right now.
coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Woo! Amazing.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
Yes.
Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
Okay.
Perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Will it let me choose the subtitle? Oh, we're back to just being Stanley Parable 2. Funny. Okay, well, as far as I know, I've gotten all the endings that I can that don't take 4 hours to complete. So I'm gonna swap over to Chain of Memories. Give me like a minute.